Most venerable Maitipe, Thero, Chief Incumbent of the Developed City, as well as the founder of the temple, the Chief Nayaka of Southern Province, and also the venerable Buddhist Nayaka Thero, Buddhist Nayaka Thero, the Deputy Chief Nayaka of Southern Province, and all other venerable monks, and our fellow monks from Myanmar, and the Ambassador from Bangladesh, and Sujit and the devotees. It's indeed a sorrowful occasion whenever any calamities, incidents has happened in any country. It gives us much sorrow, much pain. However, this has happened to our Buddhist brother country, Myanmar. Therefore, that the Sri Lankan monks, devotees, Sri Lankan community, Buddhist community, non-Buddhist community, we all have the same feeling that the Dharma is our dearest country, and therefore that we feel same amount of sorrow, same amount of suffering at this moment. As far as the history is concerned, the first two Devachika disciples came from Myanmar, Tapasu and Valmiki, whom they were met at Buddha under the Bodhi tree in India at the 7th week after the enlightenment of the Buddha. At the 7th week after the enlightenment of the Buddha. It means that the first foreign delegates the Buddha met, that is from Myanmar, the merchant Tapasu and Valmiki, not the Sri Lankans or not the any Thai. Therefore, the Myanmar always earn a lot of credit that preserving of the teachings of the Buddha in their country, while that the returning back to the Myanmar, this Tapasu and Valmiki, two merchants, they stopped at the Sri Lanka and built one small stupa, Girihansaya, and signed the case of the Buddha. Finally went back to Myanmar and erected a beautiful Svetagod site over there, and still the whole entire world is venerating that. That is the shrine, that is the pagoda, where the Buddha's case of the Dhatu hair, the more important relics were kept. Not only that, in the later period, when the Sasana disturbed in Sri Lanka, we reserved the higher ordination from Myanmar, Ramanya Desha. Therefore, the very important two communities or two schools of Buddhism in Sri Lanka being established at the Ramanya Nikaya and Amarapura Nikaya. So this is one of the important juncture of our Buddhist history in Sri Lanka. Not only that, in other aspects also, so when we consider about the Buddhist population in the world, the moreover, nearly 90% Buddhists are living in Myanmar, not in Sri Lanka, or not even in Thailand. Therefore, the majority Buddhists, Theravada Buddhists, are living in Myanmar. And under much severe circumstances, the difficult situations, still the Myanmar, the Burma, is preserving the teachings of the Buddha in many ways, whether it's meditation-wise, or whether it's pariyatti-wise, or whether it's educational-wise, in every aspect, that the Myanmar is preserving the teachings of the Buddha. And when we were young, small child, when we were at the school, we learned that the Sri Lanka received the rice also from Myanmar at that time. One of the important countries that the Sri Lanka received rice. Always we heard this is the Guru Maha that we are receiving in Sri Lanka at that time. So therefore we have a good relationship with Sri Lanka and Myanmar. And now the Myanmar is disturbed, Mandela city mainly, and surrounding cities, and of course in Thailand also Bangkok were disturbed. So many lives are gone, and many properties were gone, and the millions dollars were left and lost. So therefore that's our earnest duty to help in this hour to the Myanmar, with all our friends, Dharma friends over there, to the monks, for their rehabilitation again, to re-establishing, and again that they have come to the natural life. Therefore Sri Lankan Buddhist monks and the Buddhist devotees, and also perhaps in Sri Lankan government also helping. And yesterday we heard about from the tooth relics also, our temple, tooth relics temple also helped. And one of the important monks of Sri Lanka, that Bodhagami Nayaka Thero, he personally contributed in many ways. And today at the Havelock City Temple, most venerable our Atapattananda Nayaka Thero thought that we have to pay the gratitude towards to the Myanmar. And therefore invited the venerable monks over here to transfer, share the merits with our departed ones. That is very important act to pay our gratitude, pay our responsibilities and duties towards to our Buddhist brother country, and also the devotees. And many Theravada Buddhist monks are studying in Sri Lanka, and they are studying our country also. One way we consider very important thing. Over 100 or 200 monks are living in Sri Lanka and studying. And that also was a kind of a privilege for Sri Lankan monks also to have a better relationship with your country. And many Sri Lankan monks, including here that the Dharma local received the prestigious post also, like the Maha and some of the important titles also from Myanmar. That's one of the prestigious things Sri Lanka always consider about it. Therefore that our Havelock City Temple, Samavihara, and this is the time to transfer merit to our departed ones. In this hour, all the devotees and we all together, that we think about them, those who have passed and gone, that may they receive this merit. By receiving of this merit, may they attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. And also that all the victims of the earthquake, they may be in the hospital, or some others are still in the no any shelters, and may they have the speedy recovery from their status, and may they have good life in the life to come. And that is our earnest wish by the blessings of the Buddha Dharma. The one Venerable is living here, and Jyotika, that Venerable our Ananda Nayaka Thero was so kind enough to offer something for the rehabilitation work at your country through you. That is important gesture, important aspect of our gratitude. And Venerable is ready to offer some amount of money to use for the certain works at your country. That's very important thing. So we consider that's a privilege for us also to help your country in this hour. And මේ අවස්ථාවේදී අපි ලාංකිකයෝ හැටියට ලාංකික හාමුදුරුවෝ වහන්සේලා හැටියට භාවයට අපවත් විවදාල සියලු මහාමුදුරුවන් වහන්සේලාට විද්වානතිකමෙන් ප්‍රාර්ථනා කර සිටිනවා. අනුතරටපත් වී සිටින දහස් සංඛ්‍යාත ජනතාවට අනුතරින් ඉක්මනින්ම නිදහස් වී සාමාන්‍ය ජීවිත ගත කරන්නට ශක්තිය ධෛර්යය නොඅඩුව ලැබේවායි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කර සිටිනවා. ඒ වගේම අපි ආනන්ද නායක හාමුදුරුවන් වහන්සේ කල්පනා කළා ජෝතික හාමුදුරුවන් වහන්සේගේ විහාරස්ථානයේ වැඩවසමින් සිටින නිසා විශේෂයෙන්ම යම්කිසි ආධාරයක් කරන්න ඕන කියලා රැක්ක මේ අවස්ථාවත් මේ අවස්ථාවේදී සිදු කරනවා. ඒ තුළින් රටේ කිසි කෙනෙකුට උදව්වක් උපකාරයක් වේවි කියන බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මේ සියලු කටයුතු කිරීමට නායක හාමුදුරුවෝගේ උත්සාහය බොහෝම ප්‍රශංසා කරනවා. This is we call the real gratitude. When we have the time that we have to share our same amount of loving kindness and compassion towards everyone. And then මේ අවස්ථාවේදී මේ කටයුතු සිදු කරමින් පෑන් වඩලා පින් අනුමෝදන් කිරීමේ කාර්යය ඒ තුන්වොවුල ගමනක නායක